What if raising the dead isn't a miracle beyond physics, but a physical phenomenon we simply don't understand yet? And what if Jesus and Muhammad knew exactly how to use it? What if the evil eye isn't superstition at all, but a real energy interaction your brain is having right now without you even noticing? In this video, we're going to dive deep into all of it.
The Evil Eye, Ley Lines and Ancient Stones, Energy Fields and Human, Part 2. Chapter 1. From the Evil Eye to Sorcery, Conscious Energy Direction. We've seen that the evil eye is an energy interaction a person triggers unconsciously. With sorcery and magic, however, the situation is different. Here, a conscious direction of energy is involved. Just as TV, radio, and phone signals form a network by broadcasting on their own frequency groups, the waves emitted by the human brain also form a network of their own. This is why personal belongings of a targeted person, such as hair, can be used as concentration objects. Through certain repeated words, one connects with that person's brain within this network. This usually happens with the help of jinn, conscious beings of electromagnetic wave structure. Just as this system can be used to cause the negative effects seen in the evil eye, the very same system can also be used to deliver healing. So how is one protected against the evil eye, sorcery, and every kind of effect from jinn? Repeating certain words under the name of prayer and dhikr activates specific groups of cells in the brain, causing protective waves to be emitted. Every activity that occurs in the brain is reflected outward as various frequencies, and at the same time, it is recorded onto the soul, so these prayers will continue to protect us even in the dimensions beyond death. When certain special prayers are recited, electromagnetic waves so powerful they resemble a laser beam are emitted from the brain. These waves can directly damage the wave structure of jinn, driving them away, and if they do not withdraw, destroying them outright. This form of destruction is referred to as burning. When several people gather and recite the same prayer together at once, it both strengthens the brain of the person being prayed for and produces a far stronger effect against jinn. Placing a jug or a glass of water nearby during this recitation so that its molecules are ionized by the reader's brainwaves before it is given to the patient to drink, or placing the right hand over the head of the person being prayed for reinforces that person's brain in a positive direction. One thing must not be forgotten though. Because this protection process is tied to the brain energy system, prayers and dhikr have no benefit at all as a written text or as an object carried on the body unless they are actually recited aloud. Chapter 2. The Earth's electromagnetic field. Up to this point, we have only talked about energy systems within living bodies, but this same system has a reflection on a planetary scale as well, the Earth's own magnetic field. The Earth's center is composed largely of iron and nickel. At the very core lies a solid iron center, and above it a molten liquid core. The reason the Earth contains such a high proportion of iron is that 4.5 billion years ago, it collided with a massive iron-laden meteorite. And remarkably, this fact was communicated to us 1,400 years ago in the Quran, in Surah Al-Hadid, verse 25, which states that iron was sent down from the sky. The Earth's rotation spins this liquid core as well, generating a powerful electric current, and as a result, a magnetic field running north to south like a giant magnet. The role of this field is to deflect harmful cosmic rays coming from space toward the poles, protecting the surface of the Earth. The aurora lights we see at the poles at night are a result of this very process. So what does this large-scale magnetic field have to do with our actual topic today? This is exactly where things get interesting. Chapter 3. The Earth's Hidden Energy Veins, Ley Lines. The magnetic field we just described was a single, unified global field originating from the Earth's iron core. But the Earth also has a second energy system, completely different from this and far more local and far more intriguing. Just as the nervous system in our bodies concentrates at acupuncture points, beneath the Earth's surface run flowing energy veins, electric currents, that cross the planet in latitude and longitude, believed to be tied to the Earth's inner dynamics, whose effect has been scientifically proven. These energy lines, just like acupuncture points, intersect at certain regions to form stronger energy points. Different cultures have called this network by different names. The Chinese call them dragon lines, the Celts call them fairy paths, and the English call them ley lines. The points where these lines intersect radiate energy outward into space, an emission that increases under astrological influences. These are the positive currents. But just as the bioenergy flowing through our bodies can become blocked and irregular, these lines also have negative regions where the energy flow has weakened or become blocked. Just as an acupuncture needle does within the body, various stakes, round stones, or standing stones are placed at these regions to restore the energy flow and convert it back to a positive state. It is no coincidence that our ancestors, whom we consider primitive, shamans, seers, and religious leaders built stone structures at these points, or that temples and dwellings were always constructed on positive energy regions. The reason they entered trance states and performed rituals at these spots is that the positive energy amplifies the brain's unfoldment in that direction, acting as the very factor that enables passage into other dimensions. Some sensitive people report dizziness, hallucinations, strange sounds, trembling, and shivering when they touch the stones at these energy nodal points. These sensitive individuals, known as dowsers, detect ley lines, underground water, or buried metals using forked rods held in their hands. The mechanism works as follows. The body acts like an antenna, absorbing electromagnetic waves from its surroundings, and the nervous system carries this energy to the brain. This is what manifests as the forward-backward, up-down trembling in a dowser's arms. Laboratory experiments by the French physicist Professor Rochard prove that these individuals can detect a change as small as 1/20,000th to 1/30,000th of a single Gauss within just a few seconds. Similarly, people with sensitive brains can detect a person's illnesses simply by sensing the bioelectric activity of the body with their hands without even touching it. Chapter 4. The Body as an Antenna. The Examples of Jesus and Muhammad. The example that used this antenna-like property of the brain and body at its highest level was Jesus, peace be upon him, raising Lazarus from the dead. By stretching one arm toward the sky and the other taut toward Lazarus, he drew the relevant energy from the infinite waves present throughout the universe through the arm held upward, organized it within his brain, and then focused this energy onto Lazarus with his other hand, reshaping Lazarus's three-dimensional holographic energy structure and bringing him back to life. In a similar way, when making a curse, beddua, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, held his palms facing the ground, drawing energy from the earth and, through the same brain-mediated system, focusing it onto the matter at hand. Chapter 5. Scientific Evidence, Stones and Magnetic Field Measurements. These claims are not mere legend. Dowsing expert Bill Lewis, Dr. Eduardo Balanovsky of Imperial College London, and physics-mathematics professor John Taylor examined a 4-meter prehistoric stone beside a river in South Wales and detected a magnetic field around it that changed over time. Measuring it with a gauss-meter, they found the field to be above 0.47 Gauss, Britain's average value, and determined that the energy radiated outward into space in a spiral shape. Some mathematicians, questioning whether the stones placed along ley lines were positioned randomly or intentionally, tried to disprove the idea using computer analysis and were shocked to find the opposite. Mathematically, it was clear the stones could not have been placed by chance. Sir Norman Lockyer, director of the Greenwich Observatory, and Professor Alexander Thom of Oxford University's Engineering Department reached the same conclusion through extensive research of their own. Inorganic chemist Dr. Don Robbins of the Institute of Archaeology scientifically confirmed that circles made of stones emit various electromagnetic energy. He further found that these stones emit significantly higher frequency waves during the March and September equinoxes, when day and night are equal in length, that the radioactivity of the soil inside the circle is far lower than outside it, and that this stone structure blocks cosmic rays coming from space, acting like a protective shield around the circle. Thanks for watching. See you in episode 3.